Here's a little video of beachart foil surfing. It's a little walkthrough example, kind of get an idea what this new crazy sport's all about. So first couple clips, it's about timing your takeoff between waves. This is by far the hardest part of everything. Getting going is going to take some practice, which is the excitement. You want to overcome these challenges. Okay, so took a few tries and I got it going. This is different than prone surfing. You don't need breaking waves to get it going. You can do it at more locations. There's just going to be that many more places that don't have a beautiful breaking surf wave. The potential for this is in more areas. You might not have ever thought about your town being a surf town, but for a lot of us, it now is possible. So you get that surf experience. Because of this diffusion of foilers, you just won't have as many crowded spots. I don't see spots getting overcrowded for a long time because there's so many more spots and there's few people doing it. The worst part about surfing is the overcrowding. It's dangerous, there's attitude, it just brings all the bad. And this has eliminated that for the most part. Now, proning, you still want to get in the pocket and you're stuck in the mess with all the other people. And it's gonna just be endless conflict with that because people are scared of these things. I think beachart foil surfing is less dangerous as well. It's not as high speed. You're dealing with smaller non-breaking waves as well. It can be dangerous if you really push it. The most dangerous part is learning to beachart into waves. Another thing is with these bigger foils, they need to be big enough to get you going. So you need to be able to do a beachart. Once you have that big foil in the water, you can link more waves. You can link more swells because it's just that much less effort to get from the end of one ride out to the next, or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 sets out there. Yeah, if the conditions are right, you can spend minutes to hours on the water from just one beachart. The hardcore guys are gonna be attracted to prone because it's gonna be cooler, it's gonna be more fast paced, it's gonna have airs and more dynamic moves. But I think for the vast majority of us who don't have access to waves and aren't interested in airing and doing the crazy moves, especially guys in their 40s like myself, this might appeal to you. Surfing will have its days. When the waves get bigger, the surfboard comes out, or the prone wings come on, right? The smaller prone wings. But for these non-breaking wave days, I can't think of a better thing to do. This activity is an intense workout. Some people, like myself, are just not attracted to putting a motor on my surfboard or my foil. It just has zero appeal to me. I like the challenge. This is all about challenge. If I'm not learning something new, I lose my interest. It's exciting on a number of levels. So the biggest cons to beachart surf foiling is it's not gonna be as maneuverable as prone foiling. It just has a bigger wing. With those larger foils, the turning radius just isn't there. It's a different sport that way. So that's the biggest con. If you're smaller and you can beachart a smaller wing, sure, of course, you'll get there. This is a new sport. There hasn't been a lot of people doing it, but I know there's going to be lighter guys out there that can turn these things almost as good as they can turn their prone boards. So another con, I don't find this a con, but if you're way outside, if you fall outside, you got to swim back. I kind of think of that as reverse surfing in a way. With surfing, we paddle out. We're used to paddling, and then you catch your waves in. With surf foiling, if we fall outside, we're paddling in. So as you start pumping out, you're always thinking like, how much do I feel like swimming in today? Because it can happen at any moment. And then you swim in. But I like the paddle. Foiling offers the full body workout. So the gear I'm using here is the Rome Pump 80 board. I got a 75 carbon mast, 65 fuselage, 1700 surface area Rome foil. And that's as low as I can go so far as surface area when I'm taking off from the beach. If there's waves, I just haven't been able to get off the beach with a 1500 surface area foil yet. And my stab in this one is the Rome 340. Using Rome gear, that's my favorite so far in this type of scenario that you're watching on screen right now. When choosing gear for this activity, weight is a key factor. I'm 83 kilograms. You'll get different results on the same setup if you're plus or minus 10 kilos. So if you're 10 kilos less, bonus, you're going to be able to choose a smaller foil. You're going to be able to be more maneuverable on the wave. If you're heavier, 10 kilos heavier than me, you might have to upgrade your foil. This is just a general rule of thumb, because if you're too heavy, you won't be able to start. And if you're too light, you won't be able to turn well on this specific setup. Take a look at these waves. These are There's not much else you can do on waves like this. You can't surf on them, you can't prone on them. So this activity turns these waves into a resource, and therefore there's less wasted waves. Yeah, take a look. It's just swell, barely just trying to break, but not quite there. You might be able to catch the tail end of it, but no, otherwise these are wasted waves, and we're making use out of them. Really good use out of them. This is a brand new sport. It's uncategorized. No other companies that I know of have recognized this as an official activity in the foiling world. But at Rome, we've come to understand that there is a future in beach start surf foiling. It's an exciting time to be involved in something like this. If you want to get into this sport and you're unsure what you want to get, just send me a message and I'd be happy to help get you on the right Rome gear. I hope you got something out of this video, and see you next time.